coastal tide. Swamp heat rises where the gators hide. Across these states, freedom flies for good old boys. Let their voices rise. It's Rimfire Radio. Hold on tight, dial it up loud. We're ready to ignite. From squirrels to steel, you know I deal. 22 Rimfire keeps it real. It's Rimfire Radio. Tide. Swamp heat rises where the gators hide. Across these states, freedom flies for good old boys. Let their voices rise. It's Rimfire Radio. Hold on tight, dial it up loud. We're ready to ignite. From squirrels to steel, you know I deal. 22 Rimfire keeps it real. It's Rimfire Radio.
Looks like we are live, gentlemen. Gentlemen. Well, Gat Lab was with us shortly, and he has hopped off. Hopefully, here he is coming back. We have Gat Lab. All right. So everybody already heard our awesome intro music. Welcome, everybody, to episode 16 of Rimfire Radio. I am ARDREW. Apparently, I'm the instigator. I'm supposed to talk a little bit. Says I am working with Credova on a bridge loan for all my questionable purchases and Sezzle me bro. So yeah, that's true. We'll talk about it. I need to stop.
Is this the joint application we're talking about?
Dude, it's not happy. Oh. It's not healthy. Dan, all bleeding stops eventually. Spending too. Dusky he wants to be referred to as salad fingers. So we will call him salad fingers tonight.
It wasn't by choice.
And Gat Lab, y'all may not remember Gat Lab. He has been on the show before. Maybe not.
Yeah, who's that guy?
Is he a guest or something?
Yeah. Welcome, Gat Lab. We appreciate you joining us here on Rimfire Radio. But how's everybody doing tonight?
Duly deserved. Thank you.
I am having one of the mintiest of mint juleps right here. You should appreciate that, Gat Lab. Brought to you by We Like Shooting Into a Bourbon.
That's a Kentucky thing, not Louisiana, but go right ahead.
I mean, Kentucky,
okay.
Louisiana, it's all the same.
All right.
I mean, I've been in New Orleans. They make some pretty specialty mint juleps there. I know because I've drank a lot of them.
They do. They do. It is definitely
that and the 3-foot-long cup of Hurricane.
Oh, Hurricanes, yeah. I'm drinking from a We Like Shooting glass also, Dan, but I'm just drinking Maker's Mark because I'm boring.
Well, I got all this mint growing in the backyard, and I figured why not drink some of it.
I love it. I'm not sure what this means, but I'll put it on screen. SS.
It was a reply. It was replying to Rougarou.
All right.
So what's up? We said the same shit, different day. Yeah, the same shit, new day.
This is I'm learning some swamp talk. I'm really excited. Well, I think we should. Let's go right into Rimfire Rundown. And, we kind of have started. Gat, you may not know this since you're new, but we have been starting off talking about kind of things that folks bring up in the Discord. So I had a few things.
What's Discord?
Discord is a thing. Actually, I don't have a few things in Discord. We could talk about anything y'all do. I do have one. As we've been asking everybody, send us emails, comments, questions, things we're talking about. Dale has sent me a couple of emails. And
thank you, Dale.
We appreciate it. It's pretty good stuff.
Do it for Dale.
I'm doing it for Dale. But he had a CMMG conversion insert bolt fail. It was kind of interesting. And we may need to talk about that some. And then he's talking about an FRT in the MP5 G36 clones, and I don't think he has tried it yet, but I'm really curious, if anybody makes it. It kind of put me down a rabbit hole, and I was looking at those MP5, the Umarex MP5 22 clones, and some things I was reading was saying it was just like a aluminum clamshell kind of thing. I don't know, I've never had one apart.
That's what I was told. We were talking about Humor X at the 22 competition when they were talking about my Beretta, and that's what they were saying about that. They shoot well.
But I mean, so is that? I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense that they're not going to be the same. Like, you don't need a roller delayed 22, right? Probably
Right. All the systems and the functions, it's totally separate. It's just a shell that just has something that runs and cycles inside of it.
Nice.
As far as
he said something that I'll say I've seen in other emails and definitely on Discord a lot is talk about old rifles. So there is. We don't have anything prepared for tonight, but I think we have to have an episode coming up. We'll have to bring on another guest like Gat Lab and talk about old guns, like old rifles, old pistols. Seems to be a lot of interest in some of the older 22s. I have to say, I don't really have any, and I don't have a lot of experience with it, but it might inspire me to start.
I might be able to pull one or two out.
You probably have a few. We probably maybe we could get like Okayist on here and. Cool. I bet he has some knowledge that he could share. And I've been working on that. Yeah, I keep talking about it. We'll get him on here eventually. He will. I bet he'll do it. And then I guess from the Discord. So we're gonna try something here. A little PowerPoint. I promise not to PowerPoint everybody to death, but we had I think it was Lambo Man. Maybe he did a little 3D printing. Looks pretty sick. I am not this brave yet with mine. Although, if you're running like 22, I'd give that a shot. I'd be a little worried about high pressure rounds, but 22s could be kind of cool. Any of you guys do the 3D printing, or is it just me?
I do not. That's a rabbit hole I've not got into yet. I would love to. It's like every other day there's like something. Damn, I need the 3D printer for this. I need one for that. Damn, I need this part. I need that. But the time and the space and just like reloading, I just haven't quite dipped into that yet.
It is on my short list of things to do. I need to get a better vehicle first. And then after that, I will probably go ahead and get like a P2S. Because I think that's the price point I want to go with and the capabilities. And then I will be doing all manner of stupid things that I probably ought not.
Yeah.
I believe it.
I've never messed with one. I've seen other people's stuff and another great Southern tradition. I will rely on the kindness of strangers to get by. Rougarou 3406 has one. He's done a few things for me already. Printed some mag carriers for the 1022 rotary mags.
Okay.
Skill challenge. Yeah. Say again.
Did they work pretty well?
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Next time the topic comes up, I'm gonna mute everything and go run and get one. You guys got to see it. It's pretty cool. Actually, they were great. He did a great job. He's done a couple of vice blocks for me too. He did a complete infill. Evidently, that's the term in 3D printing is infill.
It is.
He did a 100% infill buffer tube block, so you can stand your AR up like vertically. That works great. Well, I use it stand up vertically. You can do it horizontally. Whatever you got to do. What else has he done? Oh, the little gas block, the bench block for the gas block.
Oh, those are great.
Yeah, he printed off a handful of those the other day and gave me one. So yeah, my dude's all about it. Again, I'll just surround myself with better skilled people like a true leader. Let them help me find my way through the day.
I kind of like that idea because if you try to get any of those gunsmith blocks for like gas blocks or any of those roll pin type things, they're expensive, $50-$60 each sometimes. And if you want to do one for like drilling taper pins and getting through barrels, the price just goes up exponentially from there. So I think that's kind of a neat idea. Printing maybe even single use, but for $1 or $2 in plastic.
I'm going to step out right now. Take just a quick second. I'm going to drop the camera, mute the mic. I'm going to go grab a few things that he's done for me the last month or two.
Nice knowing you. See you in another month.
Hey, we'll see you around episode 20.
Yeah. No, I'll be right back. I promise.
Yeah, so I have a Bamboo Lab X1 Carbon, and it worked really well for a few months, and then it just started having a lot of problems, and I'd work on it and couldn't get it going. I got a guy I work with that's really technical, and he got it up and running. I think part of the problem was I was keeping it in my garage because I didn't want to breathe the fumes, but you can't control humidity, temperature very well. it's now in my kind of my gun cave, and I have a filter, like an active filtration system off of it that it's a little noisy, so I can't run it, like when we're doing the show. But and it's working really well. I've been using more of the I think it's PTG or PTEG or something, or some kind of little stronger filament. I have a kit from our good friend this month in guns. Whenever he shows up, he has he sells gun parts, and he has a kit for like an open bolt single shot 22. And I never have finished it and put it together. And I think now that I get the printer working, I don't have any excuses. I'm going to have to get it going.
Which one is that? That's not the Hitchhiker, right?
It is Hitchhiker. That's what it's called. Yep. So I have the kit
for anything about those
and the rails and stuff, but I'm thinking I'm going to make one. Well, I mean, there's nothing illegal about making one if you do know about it. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'll get that going, and maybe I can start posting some pictures of it and stop being so damn boring.
Post it.
I've definitely bought some things from those guys, and
some wind chimes and things.
Yeah, they put some interesting comments written on your invoice. If you say that you're not going to do illegal things, I don't think they believe you.
They are a lot of fun. They are a lot of fun. And I guess until Gat Lab gets back. So okayest dad, as I like to call him. He put this mag extension on these 457s. I didn't know this was a thing, but I don't need another bolt action rimfire, but I've really been, these 457s are just sexy. And
what was the deal? He had some 5-round mags he wanted to put those on, but wasn't able to. He had to put them on his 10-rounders.
Maybe is that the deal?
I don't know if they would get the clearance, or there's something going on with that.
I think, so I didn't realize that until recently. I guess they have some 17 HMR and I think some 22 Win Mag versions of the 457. And I think I would have to do one of those because I'm just a little bit awash in 22 long rifle bolt actions right now. But if I could do a slightly different caliber, I think we'd be in pretty good shape.
I hear that. Yeah.
And then we had Chris BR549 KJ something or other.
UYT.
He's a lot of fun. He apparently decided that threading a Heritage Rough Rider was a good idea, and who are we to say it's not? I think
you're just doing some really cool fabricating projects.
He does. He is much more. We're gonna go back one step.
I'm still gonna disagree with that particular project, though.
You can disagree all you want. He's got the right to do it.
The mag release extension is what Okayas says he had here. So my apologies, Dad. He's gonna get pissed at me.
So what about it, Dan? You don't like that he did it to that revolver?
Pretty much, yeah. I think that they cost like $120 for a reason, and I don't think you're going to have peak performance out of that particular setup like you might with some guns that are manufactured with slightly tighter tolerances.
Okay, I get that. But
I had
maybe
one of those,
that would be
out of the box. It didn't work right. It jammed up because the ratchet was bad, and Heritage wanted nothing to do with me when I reported it.
I could also see that as a good reason to try it on one of those.
Nothing to lose.
Yeah. Dime a dozen, give it a shot. If it works, try it on something that might work a little better. Go ahead.
Fair point.
So that was a 3-round mag extension. He took his 10 round to 13 round mag extension on the 457 and a longer mag release.
Fancy.
That's pretty cool. I gotta say, I'm really interested in these 457s. They're sweet. And this, you know what? I'm not judging this because if this makes him happy, and he is smart enough to take the barrel off and put it on a lathe, which is smarter than me, I'm here for it. I think it's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's dumb. We all know it's dumb, but we are dumb, and because we are dumb, we like his dumb. At least I do.
Not even that dumb,
dude. I think it's awesome.
I mean, we are. He may not be.
That was fantastic, man.
I'd probably say I'm dumb. So let's see. So Gat Lab is now on the center screen. He is looking pretty sexy. He has
look at that big fella.
He has his shirt on, which is good.
Yeah.
He has
So
it is a
that's
22.
1022 is the Steel Challenge guns that Ruger and I put together. He just built one about 2.5 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. Very similar. This was the first gift he gave us. He printed these off for each of us. These are they're held in by the mag release. Chamber flag, magazine size chamber flags for competition.
Those are nice.
Off the 3D printer. Phenomenal. They work great. The range masters were like, "Oh shit, where'd you get that?" I just like he made it. Very cool setup. They work great. They're dimensionally the exact same as a mag. They work like a mag. They actually hold in with the mag release. So they're pretty badass. That was awesome.
They drop
hard
free.
to hold on to.
They drop free.
They do drop free.
They survive a fall pretty well.
Oh yeah, that one's like 100% infill too.
What optic was on that there gun?
That is a gift I got from Dan. That's
Yeah.
That's an Advocate 1X green.
Aren't those great?
Nice. Gideon Advocate.
Man,
And remember, is it hashtag poop knife? Is that the discount code?
That was the
it
one.
works. It does.
Goodness gracious.
Or
sent it to
Rimfire Radio?
A buddy of mine ordered the 1 to 10 the other night. He's like, "How well do you know these guys? Like, if you put hashtag poop knife, you'll get 10% off and free shipping because we know." He's like, "Do what now?" I said, "I'll text it to you. Just copy and paste it." He's like, "Okay." He's like, "Poop knife." I was like, "Yeah. I'll tell you about it next time I see you."
Yep, tell them the story.
Yeah. So, and now this also, this is one of the mag carriers that he had printed for me.
Ah.
So these little ovals are access holes for fingertips to
holes. I like it.
Scoop through.
Knock it off.
Hot.
No, don't. Just keep doing what you're doing, man.
How well do your fingers fit in there?
Yeah. How many fingers can you fit in your hole?
Just the tip.
Show us.
They're for the 25, 15, and 20 rounders.
Oh, do that one more time.
Slide it in there real slow. I just want to see how well.
Wait.
There we go. You got it. Yeah, there you go. All right, you dirty boy.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, he hooked these up. These hold two, either 15 or 25 round, 10-22 mags, and they
Some people would say a magazine that long is really. I mean, it's too long.
No.
You know? I don't think a normal. I'm sure a normal magazine is shorter than that.
Well, it just so happens to have a normal mag next to it, so we can talk about that too. And then these came in the same box of goodies.
Ooh.
So this rod's gun belt, right? These are 1.5 inches. So you can put these on Molly, Velcro. Oh, damn. Wait, who's got opinions?
They're like access holes.
Well, anyway, same thing. The bottom is open, top is wide open, bottom is open. It's got a little fingertip holes on the side, and then again, 10-22. There's the 10 round rotary mags. They slip right in.
See,
and
I think that magazine's perfectly adequate. That's plenty big enough.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus, dude.
Some people might even say that's crazy.
What would a normal guy do with something like that? You know what I'm saying?
I can show you a couple things.
Goodness. Yeah, but still, 3D printers. Look, I don't know what this stuff costs per. I don't know how you even measure it when you print out volume of filament or foot, ton, pound. Yeah. I don't know.
That's probably like less than $1.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, it's not bad. You really can print some cool stuff for not a lot of money.
It's worth it. And then this is the last one I brought with me because I couldn't find the gas block or bench block. But this is these are the vice blocks, right? Just regular vice blocks. This is the 100% infill. These get it over here where you can kind of see how it works. The tops go together. You see the bottom,
right?
That clamps around your buffer tube, your extension.
It clamps around it.
Yeah, so that holds your AR-15 extension, your lower extension. So I mean, so you can vice that in there as tight as you want to. You're not going to crush the tube because this is 100% plastic. There's no void in it. Nice. So yeah, that dude's always working on something, man. And like this magazine, this carrier right here, because he's into it all. I had no idea he was just like cool about this 3D stuff. He was into this. He opened it up by like 1.5 or 2.5% to make this happen. Because otherwise they were like super, like it was high retention. So he opened up the the dimensions on the rim file by like 1.5% to make that happen. And like he
Hop
does,
right
like,
out of there.
yeah,
He's
like
fairly
super cool.
smarter than me.
Super cool. Totally capable. I'm all about it. But again, I've got him in my neighborhood in my back pocket. I think I'll just let him run it.
You know,
As cool as it is.
Rougarou may not be the hero we want, but he's the hero we deserve.
He's the one we got. I knew that.
He's a good dude.
Yeah. All right. That's me. I'm done. Back to the show.
That was good.
Yeah.
That is
well,
cool.
I think we went through the listener stuff, so I think we jump right to Dusky. I haven't even had much whiskey yet. It says thanks, Dale. So I don't even know what that's about, but go for it, Dusky.
Dale sent us. He wrote us love letters.
Oh, that was back referring to that. Okay.
Yep. I already said thank Dale, so you thanked him twice, which is okay. I'll let it slide this time.
I think Dale's worth thanking multiple times. He might be a good dude.
Probably. I usually do that anyway.
Well, do you have things you'd like to talk about? Maybe a range report or something?
I can do that. I can certainly do that. I went to the range. Had a million things to do and very little time, like as always at the range. You know how that goes there. But I went to the old Triple N Ranch. It's the outdoor public range. Just square range, typical stuff. I could do some zero in, do a little work here. I don't get to do any dynamic movement here, but I had what I had to work with. Made the best of it. So of course I had a whole list of things I wanted to do, a few things that I needed to do. I got most of the things that I needed to do done, not a lot of the stuff that I wanted to do, but of course, anytime I'm down at the range, most of the time, often enough, that a crowd will gather and some type of conversation or something will take place. There was a group of people, 5 or 6, 7 people or so. They were all shooting. They had some AR, some guns here and there. And I'm shooting my AR, testing some ammo with that, running my 22, testing some ammo with that. And what is everybody asking about? Everybody's asking about the 22. Always asking about the 22 all the time. Of course, my Magpul, standard 22 1022 build. And they ended up firing that. Eventually, they kept asking. I just took a box of bulk ammo, threw it down at the bench, and said, "You guys take this, shoot as much as you want, do as much as you want with that all day." And they probably went through 200 rounds or something of it. 5 or 6 of them shooting it, and they had an amazing time. I met another guy at the range, somebody who might do some work with here. He's thinking about getting into hunting. Told him I wouldn't mind taking him out just to the place literally down the road from the public range that we're at is a wildlife management area that I would take him. I mean, it does, especially when probably how I explain it. Probably doesn't help or anything like that, but
I know it's got me nervous.
It's a lot more. This stuff happens a lot more often than you think, and I meet a lot of people and end up doing a lot of things this way. And
what kind of things do you do?
You'd have to come out and I'd show you some things or two.
I don't fall for things that easily.
Well, you're never going to find out, are you?
Some things are better unknown. That's pretty sweet, though.
I ended up, just hanging out and showing some people, teaching some things. They had this. I'll talk about that later. Okay, I'm already all over the place as I usually am, but yeah, like I said, got some things I needed to do done. A couple things I wanted to do. The only thing I really got to do with the rimfire at the range there was test some of that Herders ammo that I wanted to. Apparently, that's just some Winchester stuff rebranded. But it shot better than I expected for Herders ammo. That's that 22 LR. There were 2 options. They were both 40 grain. One of them is at like 1280 feet per second. The other one was at 1300 feet per second. And I'm wondering why the hell they would have something that's not very different. And those are the two options that they offer. And I figured out one of them's a hollow point. So okay, I guess that was it. So it wasn't that big of a deal. But I didn't get tested about a bunch of the other stuff I wanted to. One of these days I will get that done. Test some ammo and in the other new 22 build, once I get some glass on it that I can see, test some of the other ammo that I've been trying to test in the original 1022, as well as test some of the ammo and see what the AR is like with a 22 conversion in them. So that was the most of that. Shot some herders. Unfortunately, I didn't get as much of the rimfire done this week. Still working on some parts for the Quiet Frog. Got some upgrades coming with that. And I'm also working with Klecker to get a holster for that done. That's going along well. I got a first edition here. Just got to send them some places where some adjustments need to be made. We can have that running. Other than that, there's just going to be another rimfire match coming here, the third weekend of the month, rather. And I'll be practicing and just seeing what I want to run for that. I imagine I'm going to be getting some more mags and running the Quiet Frog in the pistol match. And if I can get the mini 1022 running, what I'm trying to do with that is get some different recoil springs in to adjust for that shorter barrel. A little less time for burn off there. So I want to get a little lighter spring in there. I think it will be cycling much more reliably and ready for a match. It'll be either that or the AR with the conversion kit in there. So one of the two will be the next one.
Hey, was the Herder's ammo, is it significantly cheaper? Or?
I don't actually remember.
I don't think I've seen their 22 ammo. I've definitely shot their 9mm. It's always like Bass Pro Shop always has it.
Yep, exactly. That's where I get it at Bass Pro. I've shot some of their 55 grain AR stuff, and that's the stuff I buy just for the fucking LOLs because it's the flashiest fucking ammo I have ever shot. And through my Sandman K, it's just a fucking absolute light show, and it's kind of fun. So just buy it for the meme. Other than that, I've shot some of their 9mm, and I would buy a lot of their 12 gauge ammo, which I've not had a problem with. I would take that skeet shooting, and also bought some of their steel shot for hunting ducks, and we got some ducks in the freezer. So that's about what I can say for herders.
I haven't had any problem with the 9mm. A friend of mine had a gun that I guess was maybe a little more finicky, and he was having trouble getting it to work. But he handed it to me, and I was running it through, I think it was through my Romulus, and it ran fine. So
what is that noise? What is that noise? God damn. Please don't do that again.
Was that Gat?
I think it was. He got the guilty look.
Yeah, I was moving my headphones, sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. It was loud as fuck.
At least it wasn't a fart.
Nope.
I hope we have one before the end of the show, though. That'd be good.
That's why I stay muted.
Got them all night over there. I don't even know what we were talking about. Oh yeah, but herders. All the herders I shot, it's dirty, it's flashy as hell. It might not be the most consistent, but the stuff it's going off and it's affordable. You were running through your Romulus and it was running well.
Yeah, I didn't have any trouble with 9mm. It was good.
So I did not get as much rimfire done. Sorry, going back and forth here. But I'll have plenty more to share with y'all next week and have plenty of center fire for the next one. So who do we got here? We got Dan. Moving on to Dan, if I may.
I thought that was mine.
Oh, no. Well, you've been overruled.
I'm taking your job.
You've been found to be obsolete.
One
of the best Twilight Zone episodes, by the way. So I have some show notes that I typed in because I forgot what I was going to say. All right, yeah. So now I got 3 cans pending approval, and one of them is that Bowers Betty I ordered a while back. If you saw the picture that I put online, I rolled up a dollar bill, and the Betty was smaller than the dollar bill. Or no, it was about the same size. So it is a tiny little suppressor. My guy was like, I can get you taken care of. You don't have to come into the shop. We can do all of the approvals. I was like, no, let me come in and look at that thing. Because I just wanted to play with it, put it on a rifle, see how it was going to work out. Wish I could have shot it, and I guess I probably could have because it's a crappy part of town and shots just blend in. But I didn't, So I'm just going to wait to shoot it like a normal, responsible adult. Update on that Hammerli Walther. I know I talked about last week how they were very happy to send me a return label and no questions asked, get it taken care of. I think I dropped it off Friday afternoon, Thursday afternoon. I already have a return shipment coming, so they took care of it fast.
That's awesome.
It is expected to be back Friday. Signature required. I don't know if anybody's going to be here. I know I won't be. Hopefully my wife is around. Otherwise, it's going to wait till Monday. And to be honest, I got a lot going on at work, so it's probably going to wait until next weekend anyway. And that makes me sad because, I also have the Gemtech QDA adapter coming in, which I could put on any of my 22 suppressors and use it with the Walther that comes back on Friday. So I'm going to have this gun that I've been trying to get together for months, and it's all going to be sitting there ready to go, and I won't be able to use it. And
Burning at you.
Yeah, it just thrills me in ways I can't explain.
Ooh.
But yeah, so the QDA, the best deal I found was Landbows. If you're familiar with Landbows, I think we've talked about it before. Their website looks like it's straight out of like 1999. Their search is terrible. Everything is very much non-interactive, and it looks like a big old scam website, but it's real. They've been around for that long. They just haven't updated their website. But it worked. I have that coming in on Friday afternoon too, so I'll have lots to do. And
what was their price on that QDA for you?
It was 120, 130. Everywhere else was doing like 150, 160.
Yeah, they're always like at least $20 cheaper than everybody else on most things.
And then I forgot that the adapter comes with one of the mounts. So I think I ordered like the 2 mounts for the 2 barrels and then a spare in case I want to put it on another one. So I guess I'm going to have 4 mounts now.
What?
This is what happens when you drink and order online.
Do you know if you have an extra mount, you may just need to buy another gun?
Well, what I may wind up doing is putting this one on the Savage 22 that I have, and then moving that suppressor onto something else. Playing the old switcheroo game. Every time you get a new suppressor, you got to move everything around and find new homes. Because new homes with an M.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the one that's on that Savage is the old Huntertown B-22 Mini, and they went out of business a long time ago. But since that, that goes on rifles anyway, you don't need a lot of suppressor power. So, yeah, it's got the smallest suppressor I have on there because it's just a bolt action and I don't need it to be very strong, which is kind of the point with the Biddy, although I assume that that's going to be a lot better than the crappy Huntertown one was that I got for like $100 way back when. But yeah, so that Biddy may jump back and forth between 3 barrels on 2 rifles, and I don't know I'll let the dog decide how I'm going to handle that one because he's the one who benefits most from me shooting suppressed 22 out of rifles.
He'll let you know.
He will. He gets so excited every time I grab a rifle and look out the door.
Blame him.
My big fear is that the squirrels are going to get into my mint batch and dig it all up. And I use that for myself.
Don't let it happen.
So yeah, I think that's about all I got for the rimfire here. I'm super impressed with how fast Walther Hammerli is handling this.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's good to hear, man.
I'm glad because I've had it sitting for way too long to begin with. And actually, when I was on the phone with the guy, I was like, listen, I know you guys discontinued this. I want this working now while parts are available. And he's like, I totally get it. Here's your shipping label. So
that's awesome.
The end.
Well, that's faster than what I'm experiencing. I'll talk about in a second. But Dan, are you done? Do you have anything else you'd like to speak about with rimfires?
I think that's all that was on my notes. I will say that I have, for the most part, tried to stay off of real social media for 15 years now. But with the Instagram and that Bowers, I realize I'm not off of social media anymore. And now I've got like Bowers and Silencer Shop and people commenting and liking and stuff. And I'm like, nope. I don't want this. I'm just a guy playing with stuff. Nope.
And I had never, you guys have been watching WLS a lot longer than I have. So I had never seen Tom Bowers on the show. I don't know when the last time he had been on WLS was. And I
don't even remember.
Episode 200 something.
Oh,
60.
Okay. So I missed most of that because I was appearing on another podcast.
What
so
stupid podcast was that?
It was some gay one,
Okay.
AK-47 something or other.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Idiots.
we had a great time. I don't know where that country they had that. There's that real douchebag, that Country Boy Guns or whatever. Yeah, I don't know.
I hate that guy.
A legend.
Terrible. Hope he's not listening. Yeah, so he's in the chat for anybody not seeing our live chat. Country Boy Guns is good people. The AK-47 radio show, by the way, if you're not watching it, is very entertaining, and it's become part of my week. All right, so I see that Dan has in my show notes has provided me some pronunciation assistance for Aguila.
Close enough.
Aguila.
Yep.
Aguila. Anyways, that word, Aguila. And so I got some super maximum 1,700 feet per second ammo. I was super excited about the super maximum. And so I shot it through a variety of guns this last weekend. Actually, it was a good weekend last weekend. I went to the range on Saturday and Sunday, which does not usually happen. I usually just get one or the other. And I will say this, that ammo, first off, it functioned pretty well, but it was extremely smoky and dirty.
What were you shooting it out of?
I shot it out of a GP100. I shot it out of a
That'll do it.
R3. I shot it out of an integrally suppressed MP 1522. We shot it out of a SIG P322. That might be
How
it.
much did it smell like cat pee?
I didn't smell the cat pee, but it was smoky. And we had probably 5 or 6 types of 22 ammo we were running through these guns. It was super dirty, super smoky. Would not buy again. Which was
just pack the crap out of the case with powder just to get as fast as they can? Or?
I guess, man, because it's at 1,700 feet per second. The CCI Stangers from our good friend 22 Plinkster, not our good friend. He's never talked to me. I'd like to be his friend. That was aspirational comment, but
nobody wants to be your friend, buddy.
I get that. It's reasonable. Bob talks to me sometimes. But the CCI Stingers, man, I mean,
Sympathy.
They are fast. They cycle perfectly. They shoot a lot cleaner. And I'm convinced if you want high velocity, actually, I'm convinced it's across the board. I have better luck with CCI ammo than I do with any other stuff. And I mean, I've had some other stuff that's pretty good. I have shot some like Ely. I don't know if that's how you say it. The match ammo, somebody gave me a box, and that was really nice, but it's pretty expensive. It is very nice ammo. So yeah, I don't know. Aguila, or however we say it.
Still no.
Bob is contractually obligated to talk to me. I did not know we had a contract. I'd like a contract. I don't think I'm gonna go back to Aguila. I think I'm good with that. But I mentioned I shot it through the GP100. I shot some Federal bolt stuff. I shot some CCI Stangers, and so this is a thing that I haven't seen before. I hadn't shot a lot of revolvers. The GP100 I ordered came in. I got it on Saturday, took it out Sunday, and it didn't matter what type of ammo I was using. I would almost, not every time, but every other time I'd load it up with 10 rounds. I'd start shooting. Somewhere in that 10 rounds, there would be a case that would work its way out of the cylinder just enough to bind the cylinder and keep it from rotating, which is a thing, I guess.
Were you limp wristing it?
Say what?
Were you limp wristing it?
It's a 22.
Were you limp wristing it?
Were you limp wristing it, Drew?
I was not limp wristing it. I was using 2 hands, and it's a 22, and it definitely was not. I mean, it's a revolver, guys. Like that's.
You know what?
I don't care if you hold it over your head, cocked to the side. It's a fucking revolver.
Well, that's the thing about revolvers. Everybody's like, "Oh, they never jam," but you're a FUD and you don't know what you're talking about
until they do.
Here's the thing.
Chiaparano is a revolver too, Drew. You're afraid of that one?
I'm not afraid of that one. I hate that one. I've shot that one. I didn't like it. So here's the deal.
No, I smell fear.
I've shot many different revolvers. I haven't owned a lot, but I've shot a lot of revolvers. And I don't know. I guess I didn't hold any of them other than, I mean, I don't think it's how I was holding it. I've never seen one do this shit. So I think I talking to okayist and people smarter than myself, it sounds like the head spacing maybe on the back, you know, between the frame and the cylinder might be maybe just a little too much of clearance so that it allows enough space for the round to work its way out. I found a person on Reddit. That's where I go for all my gun advice also. That had the same issue with the GP100. So anyways, I submitted a warranty request on Ruger's website on Sunday or Monday, maybe Monday, but I haven't heard
that
anything.
that is the thing about revolvers, though, is if your overall cartridge length is a little too long and you don't catch it before you put it in and start spinning that cylinder, you pull the trigger, it's going to jam up. It's going to hit up against the forcing cone, and it's not going to want to go backwards. You're going to have trouble with it. I had that happen once with 38 Special or 357, and the only thing I could do was pull out a pocket knife, which you should never stab your guns. Don't do it. And I had to kind of wiggle the knife in between the revolver frame and the bullet tip to set it back just enough that would actually turn the cylinder and then shoot that one out.
So this one did it with all types of ammo we ran. It did it to multiple people. And you could open the cylinder and then push the rounds back in, and it would be okay. So I think it's a
I was going to ask if that was only happening with longer rounds or this or that, but it sounds like
it was four types of ammo, 3 different shooters. So I'm going to say it's probably the gun. I could be wrong, but I'm going to let Ruger take a shot at it anyways.
It's the right thing to do.
I think okayist had said maybe you can like adjust. I mean, I don't know if you adjust the cylinder back a little bit, but anyway.
I'm talking about seating the barrel back further.
Maybe, but it's not. Yeah, I don't know. It's not on the front. I mean, it's happening in the back. So I don't know if you need the cylinder closer to the frame to keep it from having space to do that.
Right.
I don't think that it's a problem where the rounds aren't hanging out of the front of the cylinder. It's they're falling back out of the cylinder against the frame.
Right. So these are different things. Right. I got some wires crossed here, but
I've never seen one do that. It's crazy.
Then I misunderstood.
It sounds like the chamber is just kind of too wide.
Well, but again, it did it with 4 types of ammo, including. Here's the thing, I was shooting this stuff that I've talked about before. It's Remington, like that gold crap or whatever. And
okay, what about it?
15, 20-year-old ammo that was stored incorrectly and is heavily corroded. And you gotta it will not work in any of my automatic 22s, semi-automatic 22s. So you have to push it into these cylinders. Well, not force, but it's fitting very snugly. So I don't think it's a loose, the cylinder is all loose. I don't know.
Why else would it fall out?
Well, again, it's doing it with ammo that's very firmly in there. I think.
Then how firmly in there is it if it's just falling back?
I think there's too much space in the back of the cylinder, I suspect. But anyways, I'm going to let Ruger.
I don't know enough to say anymore.
I'm going to let Ruger figure it out, hopefully.
There you go.
But to Dan's point, the cool thing about Dan's deal is like he sent it in and he's already getting it back. They haven't even responded to my warranty thing online, so I may have to call them. I'm sure they'll make it right. I've always heard their customer service is good, but maybe they're backed up dealing with warranty problems on revolvers. I don't know. So that's a long story about that. M&P 1522. I installed a trigger in that. I installed a next level ambi charging handle, Battle Arms Development ambi safety, and I shot it with all that. It's still a really cool, the integrally suppressed rifle. Here we go. If you look closely at the breech face, it ramps as the rounds rotate the firing pin. I have to get okayist to explain this to me in smaller words. Narrower gap at the firing pin. I don't know. Okayist. I know it's
Okayist.
Hey, look, I live closer to Oklahoma than
it is. What it is.
But anyways, the M&P 1522 that I've been dealing with, I think I finally have it in a kind of final form. It's a lot of fun. It's really great. It's super, super light. The problem I have with putting LPVOs on ARs is you kind of end up with a pretty heavy rifle. But those polymer M&P 1522s are so damn light. So I've got a 1-to-8 second focal plane Gideon Guardian, which is awesome, by the way, Bob. And the weight of the optic, because the gun's so light, it just doesn't matter. It's still a super light combination. It's a lot of fun. So I'm pretty sold on that gun. And I took my Ruger Mark III Hunter out both Saturday and Sunday. I haven't shot that thing in 15 years. And so took it out to just shoot it, see how it would do. Shot great. You can hit stuff with it. It's pretty accurate. I definitely see the appeal. The trigger's nice on those, even from the factory. That's going to become – so the inspiration for this build that I'm working on with that one is, I bet many of us have yes, you can get hashtag poop knife. Bob was sharing it. Discount code for Gideon Optics. GideonOptics.com. They're great. But everybody's got a gun maybe that they don't really like or they didn't think they liked, and it's just kind of gathering dust in the safe. And if it's a gun like a Mark III or Mark II or something, maybe you're, it's again, I think Dusky has gotten us past the myth that you can't take those apart, but you kind of a little intimidated by taking it apart and cleaning it. It's just not that great. So it just kind of like the one I've got, it's got a fluted barrel. I can't thread and put a suppressor on it. So it's just like, what am I going to do with this thing? And so I think the idea is that we all have guns like that maybe instead of going and buying an expensive new gun, which is what I do a lot of, you could spend a very small amount on a few parts and change the character of the gun. And so the good folks at Tandem Cross are sending out some parts for it. Tandem Cross, and I got to give Gat Lab some credit. I was not super excited to go look at their stuff at NRA. And when you go and you mess with them and you kind of handle the guns, you talk to the folks there, their stuff's like really nice. Even their complete firearms, they're cheaper than some others that you'll see, like Quartzen. Super nice stuff. But if you're just like buying, charging thing for the charging loop and a trigger and a few things, $150, $200, you can do a lot to one of these guns to change the gun. And you're not like spending $1,000. So Ruger's got it right, 100% on swapping parts. So I think I'm going to share pictures, all that. Tandem Cross is sending some parts, including a really cool direct to the top, the factory optic mount hole, screws. It's got a little optic plate, and Gideon Optics is cool. Bob was nice enough. He's going to send a Gideon Omega we're going to throw on it, and we're going to put some Tandem Cross co-witness sights that they have, and we're going to just do a very simple build on this gun, and I think it'll be a lot more fun to shoot, and I'm going to get a bunch of people to shoot it, and we're going to take pictures and talk about it. I think just the idea of like, you don't have to spend a bunch of money. And, we talk about shitty gatekeepers, you don't have to spend a bunch of money to have a lot of fun. And we'll try to do some more of these bargain builds. I think we'll have more fun with that than just getting a $1,500 .22 rifle and doing a video on it. I know that's pretty cool when you're a big YouTube person and they send you that. That's cool. I think you can do it. You can have a lot of fun for a lot less. So we're going to do that. And then I'm trying to think if there's anything else. That's probably all I've got. Gat Lab.
If you got which one? Take your pick.
Dusky.
Okay, I'll be quick. If you got a Ruger Mark III sitting in the back of your safe and that's your boring gun, well, I don't know what to say. I got to withhold judgment, but there's a lot you can do with that.
You really can.
We were talking about Tandem Cross. They have a lot to offer. They have a lot more value than I had seen before. We're going to be doing a lot more with a lot of their parts. Just a couple that I've tried have been great. I've been looking at more. There's a whole bunch more stuff, and like Tandem Cross.
I think it's awesome.
All right. Yeah. So I think once I finish out this Walther project and get it running reasonably well and doing things that are fun, I'm going to go back and pull out that really old 1022 that I picked up I think it was from a police buyback that I got for $60. And that's nice. When I put into the ZK22 PS90 clone housing frame.
Zombie killer?
Yeah. Nice. Atlas sells it now, but it was from the old Red Jacket Sons of Gun show.
That's right.
One of the early adopters. I think that's going to be the next 22 project I get, is see if I can get that thing running better, maybe get a threaded barrel for it. Remember, it has to be an 18-inch barrel or else you'll be committing a felony because it'll be a little too short.
Or
We don't
you
do
could
that.
PBR it.
Or I could SBR it, which I probably
free?
wouldn't do with an old $60 rifle, but I might do with a new one. I'm just saying, you know.
I mean, the
That's-
tax stamp is $0. So I see your point.
I know, but then if it's in a housing, you have to get the engraving done for now
Do an engraving.
in a place that is visible during routine operation, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to do all of that. So I would probably stick with the 18-inch threaded barrel if I could get one. But that's probably going to be the next project because it's a complete gun. I just need to upgrade some parts and see what I can do with it. Barrels aren't going to be too
You can always
expensive.
go back if you change your mind.
Exactly, and why not have a spare barrel around? Because I've got a spare stock already. And, you know, once I have that, I might as well pick up one of those Brownells receivers and start this whole process all over again.
Yeah, man.
I love it.
That's
all I've got on Rimfire Rundown.
Gat.
I don't know. Should we is Gat? I mean, he's here.
He's here though, right? Like he's here. So let him talk.
And he's wearing
It's
a
a special
sweet hat. You want to hold that hat closer to the screen?
Special treat, dude.
Look at that. AR-15 podcast. Some of the best guys in the business.
They are. They are some of the best, without a doubt.
You got any Rimfire stuff?
Yeah, I got an email yesterday. Shift Zero, we were kind of talking about this in the Discord earlier. Chris KT7 something OU something. It sounds like a stormtrooper name.
UIT.
Like 421. Yeah. He had a picture a couple of weeks ago of this really cool
FYI,
can.
I think that's his ham ID. Just saying.
I mean, I like ham.
Do we
It's a
need
call
another
sign.
level? Do we mean
You ever try that
level?
honey baked ham? Like where they get the nice glaze on it and then you bake it? Really good.
Honey baked.
Okay, see. Right over. Anyway, that guy, he posted a picture in the Discord a couple weeks back, probably 5 or 6 weeks ago, about a suppressor called the Rabuda. So I went to look it up and see what it was. A company called Shift Zero, or Zero and Sons, I think, or Shift and Sons is the actual corporation. The suppressor division is called Shift Zero. They have 3D printed cores, like polymer plastic printed baffle stacks and cores, single monocores, and aluminum housings, whatever. So I was digging around their website, and they had this application for beta testing and whatever you want to call it. So I copied the link to our Instagram and our podcast address, and I sent it to him. I was like, "Hey man, the co-host on this Rimfire show. If you're interested, we're interested." I think I messaged you guys when it happened. So they sent one. They got delivered yesterday. The Form 4 was submitted by my SOT at about 8 o'clock last night. So we're waiting to hear back on that. Pretty excited to get to it, take a look at it. If it's as cool as I think it is. And like I'm super interested in this. And it's very cool that we were talking about 3D printing earlier in the show. This is like the perfect segue for it. These guys will give you reprinted, refreshed cores for life. All you're paying is like the shipping to your address, right? So as polymers, as the material gets better, as the technology for printing, the actual print beds, the printer heads, the heads and beds get better. They can do higher temp material that holds up longer. Or if they come up with a better design, they go from a spiral stack to a honeycomb stack, or they go to their version of purposely induced porosity, PIP, in the plastics, and this shit really, really works better. That is your next core. That's what they send you. I think it's really cool. And if all the stuff they were hopeful about with the new director of the ATF and the new guidelines and some of the other things that possibly could change, big picture, if the NFA just goes away, we could do this at home now.
I got to admit, I'm very confused about how the swapping out baffles work, because that always used to have to be done by an SOT. But there's a couple of different manufacturers out there now that are just like, oh yeah, we'll just send you another one, or order these other baffles and we'll just send them right to you. Then you have extra baffles, and that was always a felony.
So I planned, fair. All right, well, here's another tangent. I actually asked somebody at NRA about one of their products when me and Drew and I were walking around. I don't want to throw any names out. I asked him about their product because a very similar product from a much better known manufacturer, vendor, provider had half of what they were putting out on the market was pulled down from consumer access because it was considered it was a reflex suppressor, but it came in two parts. So you had the muzzle device in the back half over the barrel, and then you had the can that you were paying for. ATF decided that both of those things were suppressors, and you can't sell one without you have to tax stamp both.
Get out of
So
here. Yeah.
Well, do you remember when the Scorpion came out or was coming out? They were trying to do some things with a integrated muzzle brake that had multiple chambers and had some threading on it, so you could thread
Sleeve
a can over your brake.
accidentally sleeve it, yeah.
And then your brake chambers suddenly turned into baffle chambers, and the ATF poo-pooed it and just shut that all down.
Right.
It was only a couple of years ago.
PTR has what, the 3 stamp gun, because it has like a pre-chamber for its integrally suppressed MP5 they have now, and plus the SBR. So you actually, what you do, the quote unquote suppressor that's not a suppressor on the gun, plus the suppressor, plus the SBR.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was AB had their first version of the Raptor. You can get the reflex version of the Raptor, which the muzzle device was actually like 2, 3, or 4 inches long, and then went over the barrel, and your device was forward. And then you screw the can on that, right? And they made them just take it off the market for general public. That they couldn't sell it as a reflex. It had to be sold as another suppressor, and it was just easier to take it away from general consumer. Well, this other thing we had saw, very similar technology, and I asked the guys, like, man, how, considering what happened to AB, how are you guys able to put this still on the market? And like, they just kind of looked at each other and gave us a side eye and just redirected to the next question.
Well, at CanCon, yeah, I saw the same thing. There was a company, without naming names or how disgusting their booth babes made me feel. They were talking about.
Wait. Let's talk about those booth babes.
Let's not. It was weird. It was kind of gross, and I just felt very uncomfortable with it.
Is it because they were girls?
Yeah, it just felt dirty the way they were managing things. I don't want to go into details. I'll tell you offline, but it was.
I want to know who they are.
It was mildly inappropriate. I didn't like it.
Did they mention guacamole to you?
No guacamole.
The way they were handling the way they were demoing the cans, just like giving you the show.
No, well, if I stuck around long enough, maybe, but I'll tell you later, offline after the show. So they were saying the same sort of thing. Just you go onto their website, and they had all of these different baffle designs you could pick from to make your own custom suppressor. And if you wanted to try a different design, you could just order different baffles. And I was like, isn't that not allowed because the baffles are suppressor parts and they're considered the same as suppressor? And the booth babe was like, no?
Question mark? Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, all right, well, you've convinced me. Let me just walk away now.
But yeah, so like when I first got into suppressors, and I was looking at there's a 9mm can on the market. It uses wipes. It comes with like 4 in the box, and you have to buy more from them. And I can't remember who makes it. Is it anechoic? They make it's like the size of the bitty, but it's a 9mm. It may not be anechoic. Anyway,
was it GSL?
No, because it came in this really, really good looking shade of bronze, like anodized bronze color. Man, for some reason, anechoic is like really digging in for some. Anyway, our favors to get on the show. We'll find out. I don't know. We'll go to Google. We'll see what's happening. We'll see what's happening.
These ladies will be on the show next week.
Nice.
I got somewhere else.
Glad we've got standards. I might not be here next week anyway, so it's good for you guys. Yeah. So anyway, back to the original part of this discussion. These guys at Shift Zero sent the can. It's at the dealer's place now. It got delivered, so I'm probably going to take a ride and look at it tomorrow. But I am going to get all the contact information aside from the email, and I really want to talk to these guys on the phone about this. How they can, what part of this code of federal regulations they're working in, what directives from the ATF they're working in, how this got approved for sale or resale or repair without having to send the entire tube back.
More importantly, did it get approved?
Well, I would hope so.
I mean,
they're in your neck of the woods, actually.
They would hardly be the first company.
It's not coming. It's not coming from like Shangzhou, China, in a box with Glock switches.
Keep in mind, there are actual companies in I think Montana and Texas that have made suppressors that they've just sold with that whole state law of intrastate
Absolutely.
not going to hit. But I would love to get
because the Interstate Commerce Act is stupid.
No argument here. I remember when I first learned about it in law school, some of the cases that it did, I was just like, yeah, this
Isn't
is
it like corn or wheat?
Well,
right.
Anyways,
it was a grain.
I would love to hear. I would love to hear.
A whole different issue.
Kleckner and some others kind of weigh in on what their thought is. Like, how does
this is why I drink.
I drink for other reasons. It's a good question. It really is.
Yeah, no, I just want to know because, like I said, one of the guys.
Yeah, I am not a lawyer. This is not legal advice. Well, here's the thing: I am a lawyer, and I'm not your lawyer, and nothing I say on this show is legal advice. When I am doing this, I am not a lawyer. I am too inebriated to be a lawyer today.
I'm probably too inebriated to be a good customer, a good client.
There's no
clients. Would I be a defendant? I guess I would be a defendant.
It depends on what you do.
Be a defendant.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So interested to talk to those guys directly about this product, this marketing, how they operate, where they operate in legal space, like how this got done. I'm very interested just to see it. I mean, just to talk to them about it. And then the bigger part is to talk to them about what they see coming as far as what they do, right? If we're looking at, like I said earlier, with the polymer type printing and versus additive manufacturing with metal, could they get to a place where like these was it PL something? Where'd it go? Let me pull this up real quick. It is printed with either PA6 or PET/GF, PET/GF or PA6, right? That's the stacks. Is there going to be a place and a time where these things get to a manufacturing status where like you can print like high temp, high pressure O-rings, like aerospace type polymer rubbers and stuff that'll be able to be used for this versus metal?
So they have some metal components in their PCC version, right?
So the tubes, the exterior tube is metal. It's an aluminum tube. So these are all low pressure cans, by the way, 9mm and 22. Both of the ones I've seen.
But for the 9mm, there are pistol options with the plastic baffles, and then there are different baffles for the PCC, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. Because the same guy, Chris, KT, whatever. He had mentioned that he is going to blast the absolute shit out of his polymer stack because he's got the aluminum or metal stack on the way to him now.
Okay.
He already ordered it. Huh. So yeah, let's see what this one says. There's a dedicated PCC can consisting of a traditionally manufactured hub compatible Cerakote aluminum tube body, threaded end cap, and easily replaceable modular baffle stacks. The Rubato Basic includes FDM PET/CF stack, which is the plastic polymer printed. The standard coming soon incorporates a Type 3 anodized hard coat aluminum monocore tile style stack, ideal for people using some exercising free will with an FRT or have trust issues regarding silly weed eater printers. So there you go. Still looking for feedback on these things too. Oh shit, yeah. I'll have to ask them about one of these too. They offer this on their beta program as well. I'll be damned. Anyway, yeah, I'm interested in that too now because I want to see how this works. Literally on the website, it says the options: 9mm, 10, 40, 45. You can choose your caliber, and then the stack options. Basic, PACF that is described as disposable. That's the option: disposable or PCC full metal only, or full metal PCC only. So I don't know. That's good engineering though. If it took a polymer stack to get the weight down to run on a booster and a handgun for the barrel lock and disengagement and all that stuff, that's pretty smart. If you can run the absolute crap out of it with an aluminum stack and PCC, that's awfully smart.
Or if you can get the initial blast baffle to be, a stronger metal and then all of the other stuff replaceable, that'd be good.
Right. We were talking about something like that before, right?
Yeah. And I think they, when I emailed them the first time, they were telling me like they don't tell us when they let me pull this thing up again just to make sure it's not on there, because I too am not a lawyer. Nope, that's not it. Where's that?
Oops.
I want the full description. There we go. Let's see. Enemy item. It says this suppressor is not rated for 5.7, but we can't really stop you. Right?
Sure
So we're
can.
going to try it out. We're going to try it. We're going to go 22 mag on the rifle stack we saw the other day on Instagram. If the guys were in there with it on the Discord and Instagram, all those guns are still stacked in my safe, except for the Rite bolt action 22. So I'll probably find that. I've got a 22. I can run it. 17-inch MR, 22 mag are here. On the email, he said you'll wear it out faster with a higher speed, higher pressure.
Sure will.
Rounds, of course. But when I do tell him what I need, and he'll send it. And so one of the steps in this process is that you have to confirm the serial number. So the transfer paperwork to me with the serial number, it has to match their records, like where it went.
Robot.
Like the chain of custody. So it's not like I could just call and say, hey man, can you send me a 22 stack, please? Like they're not going to do it. You have to be an actual customer with a serialized product that's been shipped to your dealer. So there's at least one step of, I don't know what you'd call it, custody
Kind of
ownership,
compliance.
chain of custody, right?
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's some kind of thing they figured out where it's replacement parts for people they know have a registered suppressor. I don't know. I
Because,
really
like,
don't.
GSL, for some of their wipes, you have to have them sent to your SOT.
Yep.
And they can do the replacing, but they won't send them directly to you. You have to send in your completed Form 4 with all your information and what deal you're going through, and then they'll send them the wipes.
Yeah, and it could just come down to them being overly cautious and the others maybe being a little
Probably.
underly cautious. I think that's a word. Well, that's interesting, Gat. I think to be continued. Do you have anything else, or would you like to move to Centerfire Detour?
Man, look, for a reunion show, I think I've done enough.
Shoot, that was still all rimfire? Because, wow.
I know, that was like 30 minutes of just me gabbing. And then I had the 3D content, 3D printed content. Like, this is like the Gat Lab show.
I mean, this has been, we only come on the show once a month. You probably have a lot to talk about. Let's hear it in the chat. Have we shit on Gat Lab enough for his absences, or should we continue?
No. Look,
he is the best of us, so I kind of almost feel bad.
No.
The quality is up considerably when he's on.
I'll take it.
I
was watching
too attractive. He is smart.
I was watching a very hyper emotional 3-minute documentary about Mercy earlier today. I'll take it.
Was that an Adam Sandler reference?
It is not.
Not you, Drew.
Yeah, it was. You caught it.
Nice.
Oh, what was it? I missed it. I was talking.
It's okay. The moment has passed.
Okay.
You ruined it.
Fuck you guys.
All right.
Again? Go ahead.
Let's go to Centerfire Detour. And first up is Dusky to talk about stuff and things and things and stuff and stuff.
But not stuff and things.
Not seven things. Although if you want to, they do have some Centerfires and they're kind of cool.
Dude, I really like their cock stock.
Cock stock? I don't.
No, caulk. CAULK. It's different.
Yeah, we heard what we heard. Dusky, you ready, or you're on mute?
That wasn't different enough at all.
No, it was. Sounds like a penis-shaped stock. Hey, and look, that's okay.
If Dusky's busy, I'll go because I kind of moved me after him because I was grabbing something.
Do it.
All right. So show and tell time. All right. This is.
Wait. Let me get you on big screen. Oh, yeah. What we got?
This is a really crappy trash AR pistol I built out of just parts here and there. It's got one of the early Tailhook Mod 2s, which is they had to get special approval from the ATF because way back then they wouldn't allow them to make a brace that worked on a regular carbine buffer tube, which was silly, but now they got it and it works. And I think this is one of the best braces you're going to find. Also, it does, if you can see here with that safety,
No,
it does that thing you like.
I do like that thing.
So this was the recipient of one of those Atrius group reset triggers or reset safeties I bought a while ago. This is the empty package for it. A funny thing happened a while back is I did not want to install one of those because I wanted to find a heavy buffer. So after CanCon, I stopped at Shooter's Choice SC, South Carolina, which is a nice store. They do really good stuff online. They're active on Reddit. They post sales there all the time. So I picked up one of their H3 buffers that they had in stock. And then the other day, went and I installed it into this really heavy quad rail, probably rescued from the trash rail covers, some Bushnell AR optics, low power variable optic, and it works great. And I've got it witness marked where it worked with my eyeballs best.
Nice.
Just assorted parts. The sling mount is from Amazon. I think I paid like 50 cents for it or something. An old Streamlight that I think I got for free because I picked up a used one and it didn't work right, so they just replaced it. Anyway, so I went ahead and pulled the safety out, put the new one in so I could do this trick. And then I was like, oh, well, let me swap out that buffer. So I pulled the buffer out, and this is the buffer I pulled out. It's already marked H2. I had a heavy buffer in it the whole time. I didn't even know.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I felt really stupid when I did that, but now it's got an H3 buffer in it, so it works even better because it's only, I think this is a 10.5 inch. I don't know where the upper came from. I don't know where the handguard came from. It's just parts I threw together somewhere along
Aren't
the
they
way.
the best kind of ARs, though? The trash ARs?
Dude, I took this thing out in the yard the other day, and it was the inaugural use of my TCRT target, one of them, because I didn't want to shoot my steels. Because even with 10.5 inch, you can pit an AR 500 3/8 inch target at 20, 30 yards. So I was like, yeah, perfect use for the TCRT. And I shot that thing up a couple of times on normal mode, and I flipped it to the special position, and I just started bursting all over it. It sounds so much worse than I meant for it to, but that's
No,
where we
it's
are.
okay. You couldn't contain it, and you were overcome with excitement.
Yeah.
It's only
And-
natural.
Hey,
worked
can we 1 second
great.
about the kind of trash AR? Like, I have one too, and I'd
Dude,
lie
this
if
thing
it wasn't like one of my
works.
favorites.
It works
Yeah.
and it works, and it just chews through stuff. And I'm guessing it probably would have worked fine with whatever buffer I put in there. With my little YHM, this is the Turbo T2, I think, suppressor on it. Usually I have a one of the original Phantoms I put on there, but this time it had the turbo on it. And it was great. And I went into work that day not feeling like I hated my life. I went in happy. So a lot of the people at work now know. They're like, I'm having a bad day. They're like, you didn't shoot this morning, did you? And I'm like, you caught that, did you? And they tell me I should shoot more at home before I come into work because it makes me more relaxed and friendlier
So they did clarify before work.
before work. And
Not at
this may be just for Buffy or Dusky.
Yeah.
Buffy? Buffer
A little
tube?
snaky.
Buffy Dusky, what?
Yeah, I don't know what I was trying to say. I've been drinking.
Stick that jump.
I did because I
man.
believe this is the same buffer tube and
you
brace
stayed
that I
too?
had when it all worked loose at one point. Can't
Mm.
remember if it was this or something else, but I have actually had them break loose in use in a
Yep.
class, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
ended up just having to pitch the rifle into a mud puddle and grab a backup rifle. Because
Nice.
once that buffer detent pops out, gets in your fire control group, and you lose the spring into the mud, you're done. That rifle is
Yep.
not going to work right. It's just going to keep misfiring for you. So now I stake
spring?
all my castle nuts.
Wait, which spring?
The buffer detent spring.
The retainer?
Like, yeah, ideally it should still work if it's just riding the bolt back and forth, but somehow it starts misfiring, especially if it works into the trigger group.
Yeah, I've
And
had that before. It's in theory
nothing's
this should
gonna work
work, and we go to shoot it, and it's just catching on shit.
So I know at one point when it was in basic carbine at MDFI. I think that's the class it was. Yeah, I fixed it. I torqued it back on. I had a wrench with me. I tightened it up as much as I could, but with my sling, I kept dropping it to sling, drawing pistol, and just that constant repeated pressure of torquing it just broke everything loose again, and the retaining pin went somewhere. I opened it up to check to see what was going on, and everything sprung out. I was like, well, that one's done. Jammed it in as best as I could, threw it into the nearest mud puddle, grabbed it back up. And Trek was like, I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that. I said, it's not going to work. It's not doing me any good. I'm here for the drill, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
So I missed like 3 shots out of the end of one string, and I was like, I'll be back in 30 seconds so you can hold up. I don't want to hold up the class, but, I got a spare. So that's what I did. Grabbed the spare. Parts. I had to get mud cleaned out of them later, but whatever. It happens.
Way to do it, man.
That's awesome.
Not the mud, but yeah, the rest of it.
I had that problem one time. I found a cool, unique fix.
Stake your castle nut?
I just crushed the castle nut with a pipe wrench out around. It ain't fucking going nowhere.
Well, yeah.
Ever again. Ever again.
When you're standing on the side of your rifle in a mud puddle and trying to turn the wrench to keep that castle nut in place because that's all you have, you look funny, and it doesn't always keep working for very long.
No, I'm kidding. I do have 2. I actually have 2 that I don't run the buffer retainer at all.
Really?
Yeah, because of that.
There's some setups that are made for that sort of thing, but this was not one of them. It just died.
Yeah,
I have never heard of doing that.
Yeah, I've got one. It's got one of the captured recoil spring mechanisms.
Oh, okay.
And then the
Yeah,
other
that
one I
would make a
run.
difference.
Yeah, no, the other one I run just a regular buffer and buffer spring with no retainer.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, I've never
I don't know,
thought
I
about
read
it.
it. I read it in some book. Actually, let me rephrase that, because one of the second or third AR I ever built, I tried to build a gun as light as I possibly could, an AR-15 as light as I possibly could. And Rugaru's seen this thing underway. He's seen this thing go. It's got this crazy recoil system from TACCOM. It's 2 polymer buffers, no metal, no weight, no nothing, and just a spring. 2 at each end, so they just smash into each other, right?
Interesting.
And I don't run a retainer on that one either, because it doesn't weigh anything. So I've got 3 that don't run buffer retainers.
You guys put way more thought into your random builds. I have a couple of trash builds, and I just literally, look, a part, and then just it goes on the gun.
I mean, I have
Oh,
some.
look at Ruguru coming at me right now. Look at him. He's in the comments coming at me. Tell him how much you like to shoot that fucking gun now. Yeah, there it is. The TACCOM buffer is sick. That first gun is crazy fucking fun. Crazy fun to shoot. I'll have to pack it up and bring it with me to your place when I come up next month.
Yes.
Yeah. And per the comments, I don't have a kind shot. I've never used one, but with the H3, this thing, it recoiled so little that when I was trying to hold the burst in place, I was actually pushing off the bottom of my target because I was just expecting more rise. Yep. So I was like leaning into it as it fired and just driving down. It was very comfortable to shoot, and I'm sure my neighbors all enjoyed it.
I bet they did.
How do you like that? The force resets?
Not my first one, but it's as good as all the others.
I mean, in general, like.
Well, so this one in particular was built to kind of mirror the SBR I have. It's also 10.5 inch. I tried to build them not exactly the same, but similar enough that I could just pick one up and use it like it was the other one. And that one has a Geissele trigger in it, so I need to get the special Atreus kit with the G lever and the special trip. Because now that I know it's working great, might as well do it.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, did you look at their website the other day?
I did. I see that they sell the parts individually, but I would need the lever and the trip.
Yeah.
The G lever and the trip, whatever you want to call them. So at that point, you're already over $100 just for those. Well, around $100 for those parts. Might as well just probably eventually get another whole kit and go with it.
Oh, sure. I was just curious because we were chatting about it. If you took a look.
I did. I didn't know they were selling parts individually, but I would need 2 parts out of like 4 parts. So might as well do it.
Might as well.
It's on the list.
I love it. Dan,
that's all I got. Nope, that's it.
Gat Lab. Welcome back to the show, Gat Lab. You want to talk about some centerfire detour? You have any centerfire? It's the ones with the primer.
Mm-hmm.
No centerfire.
Those primers are overrated.
There's primer and rimfire too, just so you know. I don't want to make
centerfire
primers. Mixture.
There is primer compound.
Damn, I just had that same conversation with Rougarou like an hour ago about
what did
rimfires and primers. He was talking about a trigger he bought and he was thinking about putting it. So he bought. It was in the notes. He bought that BCA upper.
Yeah.
22 long rifle upper.
And he got I've enjoyed. Yeah, that apparently is working out.
Yeah, he loves it. And my neighbors don't talk to me about it until they see that I don't have it on me. There you go. Yeah, he got to order in a whole bunch of new magazines for it today or yesterday or something. And a trigger, he ordered a trigger, and it's a 2-stage. And he sent me a text earlier. He's like, "Man, I think the trigger's too much for this thing," and he was worried about heavy strikes on the rim striker.
Right.
Like, anywhere else, it'd be punching through primers. And I was like, "Well, they don't have primers. They use rimfire." He's like, "Rimfire. The rim is the primer." He gave it back to me like instantly. The rim is the primer.
Wow.
So
there we go.
Yeah.
Well,
that's how my day went. I got yelled at by a friend on a text message. That's how my day went.
If you're gonna get yelled by somebody, that seems like Ruru's probably the guy because he's
solid. He's
smart.
I'm not even complaining.
Yeah. Anything else, Gat? Any other centerfire detouring?
Man, did I have any notes at all on centerfire? No, I think I'm just gonna follow along with the conversation. It's literally what I wrote.
I mean, to be fair, you also didn't have any notes in the rimfire. Just kind of
your presence is the only gift we need.
It says 0 shift suppressor shipped to my SOT. You should be able to see it tomorrow. Who things printed polymer, including the baffle stack.
I am not seeing any of that.
Did I put them in the wrong one? Oh, I went back. Never mind. I
put them in a week.
I'm reading along the wrong notes the entire time. I was like, what are they talking about? I'm on the wrong episode. See, classic.
All right.
Classic. It's like I barely do this or something.
Well, I mean, yeah, you had been here a while. I'll have to make sure I get you the right
That's
link.
Hilarious.
All right, I don't have much, and we are running pretty good on time. But I got my Romulus back with the aluminum grip. Took it out. I shot it. If you're thinking about a 2011 style pistol, the Romulus I still think is the gun to buy for that sub 1500-ish. It's just a really nice gun, and I'm loving it. And I mean, I have a T-Sauce also; those are great. But that Romulus just outkicks its coverage. Is a really, really nice gun for the money, and I love it. Yeah, it's fantastic. I also put the magwell on my 5.0E, took it out and shot it. Still love that gun. Square barreled gun. It's fun. Definitely recommend you try one if you haven't. And that's really all I've got. I mean, I got my Galil dropped off of the gunsmith today to put a few things on it. Got an ALG trigger, a couple of K&S parts. Still waiting on the Form 1 for that to be SBR'd, and then it goes off to Pro 2 Customs for some M81 Woodland camo action. And I'll tell you, we'll talk just briefly about optics. I was thinking about putting a bougie optic on it. But I had in the interim put the Gideon Mediator XL, and I fucking like that optic a lot. I like it when Bob's not around to hear me talk about it, and I don't think I'm going to put a different optic on it. I really like that optic. And by the way, everybody, Bob's not paying us or anything. It's not like they're a sponsor of the show. I've got 8 or 10 of these optics now, and I've just had such good luck with them. And look, I want to be a snob on some stuff occasionally, but man, they're just really nice optics in that Mediator XL. And now I hear there's possibly a magnifier coming soon. I saw that one at NRA. I think I'm going to get the metal cover that comes off of that Mediator XL Cerakoted to match the gun. I think it's going to live on that fucking gun, dude. I like it. Oh, I also, we were saying nice shit about you, Bob. Don't worry about it. To add to my IWI collection, apparently. Remember when we were at NRA, we were looking at that Jericho optics ready metal frame pistol at their IWI booth, and I was kind of fondling it. It's been out of stock.
That's a
So
kind
nobody
word for
has
what you would do.
Nobody has them. So I had put like in stock notifications at all my distributors. And, so last week, Chattanooga Shooting Supply sent me a notice in the morning that they had 2 in stock. And I waited I looked at it and I was like, I really don't need to buy another gun. I waited like 20 minutes and they were both gone. So this morning, Chattanooga Shooting Supplies puts up a notice that there is 1 in stock. They have 1 in stock. They just got in. So I bought that bitch. And it is, I'm excited. It'll be here Friday. So really excited about that. So I will now have 2 IWIs where just a month ago I had none. So pretty excited about it. Getting in with my very slight Jewish heritage, apparently. That's all I've got. Anybody want to talk about anything else, or we want to go to parting shots?
I do have one.
I've got like
question.
3 pages.
Yeah, Dusky, we skipped over him.
Did we skip
Yeah, I
over
had to pee, and
we
I had to
tried
pee,
to
and
put it
y'all
back.
didn't read when I wrote that in the chat, and y'all just kept talking. And
Well, my apology.
No,
I'm not being a considerate
Gat Lab,
lover.
no.
Yeah, Gat Lab, go away. Dusky,
bad Gat Lab.
I want to apologize to you for taking you for granted and not being a considerate lover. So take it away. False alarm. We're not going to parting shots.
No parting shots.
No parting shots yet. Dusky time.
I don't know. I almost got too much shit going on here. Let me see if I can go through this all smooth like and such here. So back to my range report, part 2 of 2. Started off at the range trying to make the best. Had a concealed carry match coming up, so I was just practicing my reloads, transitioning from target to target, at least I can do, and just doing a bunch of, 1 run, reload 1, 5, 3, just random amount in the magazine, reload. That's one thing I definitely need to work on, and that'll be brought up here later.
Your transition isn't going well? Happy June.
They rarely do. They rarely do, and mine weren't any different. So yes, happy June to you. Top of the June to you guys. So did what I could with the carry pistol. That's a 365. Went over to the rifle range, and of course, like I said, spent most of the time just hanging out, teaching people, and letting them shoot the 22. But I did get to test a little bit with the AR. I did get to shoot some of that Barnes 70 grain ammo I was shooting, and it was accurate enough. Was that?
You still liking it? The Barnes?
So it's not going to be my ammo of choice, and that's not because it wasn't accurate. Well, how do you say it's not because it wasn't precise? It's because it wasn't accurate. So, I'll try different loadings, and one will be an inch off here, one will be a little high, one will be a little bit to the right or a little bit lower. This stuff, it was like 4 inches off to the right and about 3.5 inches up. So it was the most drastic difference in any ammo I've shot through that AR. And again, it's not that it was accurate, it just doesn't shoot anywhere near where the rest of the ammo that I shoot through it does.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Isn't that kind of weird?
It's a bit strange.
And so normally that wouldn't be a big deal. I just adjust for it and go with it, but I'm not going to be shooting it as often, so I don't want that drastic of a change. So I'm going to be looking for something else. I'm sure it does great. It's just that's just not ideal for my situation. But I did get to test some different 77 grain ammo, and that was definitely the best runner, the best of the run last time. And the stuff I tried, I just had this old ass. It's like 15-year-old box of ammo I had on the shelf. It was some of that Federal gold medal match 77 grain Sierra match tip, and that is hands down the best group I've actually ever shot out of anything. Some of those I posted some of the photos, and they were just stacking on top of each other. Shot about 2 groups with I think that's probably all the ammo that I had, but it was pretty incredible. So I'm going to be getting some more of that. I'm going to get some of the newer stuff, and hopefully that's loaded and shoots the same. So I'll check and see how that works. That was pretty much it for the range, just trying to get ready for all the matches, and so that leads me to these competitions. Well, there was the one. Did you guys see any from what the guys were posting with the zombies in the Heartland?
I saw. I mean, and of course, I heard Mike talk about it.
Yeah, Dooley and Mike and some of the guys were up there. That just looks like something I'd love to do one day. It looks like one of the bigger ones.
I think it'd be fun.
One of these days, get out there. But so there won't be any night matches until September. They're taking a break during the summer just because it gets dark so much later, and the heat, and just this and that, and it's hard to get things together. So there will only be night ruck matches, which is similar to the blackout matches, except you carry all your gear on you, and there's a little bit more walking, maybe a mile or two involved between some stages. So I'll be learning about that. May take part in that, but
I'm fat.
It was almost kind of it was almost kind of like what I was doing, because after my first night match, my second one, like, instead of carrying all this stuff here and there, because they let you sling your rifle with the chamber flag, so I made sure to carry all my ammo, all my water, everything in my pack, and all the gear that I needed on me throughout that whole night. I had a couple hundred rounds of 9mm, a couple hundred rounds of 223, all the water, food, and gear that I needed, and so it was basically kind of like what I was doing. I just kind of want to make a point to that, to just carry my gear on me and be a little bit more, make it a little bit more of a thing, and that turned out well. All the gear worked well. Got some things to work on, of course, but that was all good. But the competition I did do was the Concealed Carry League match. That was just this last Sunday, the last Sunday of the month. Did they have them on? And that was a great time. I was in Squad 2 with the Mac Bros, with a whole bunch of other people, FU Tactical, Rob Rod over there, Geek with a Glock, a whole bunch of guys from just some local guys. They're on the Instagram, just in and around the community. So it was a pretty good. It was a great crowd. It was a great time. A lot of ups and downs, like there always are in the matches. I did pretty well. On this one. There were 60 participants in the match, and I placed 25 out of 60, which I am very, very happy with.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'll take that all day, man. There was 7 in my division, and I got 3rd out of that, which again, I'm disadvantaged in that division, so that's great. And in the stages 1 through 7, there's a lot of ups and downs here, because I'll try to make this brief, but those reloads. It's those reloads that caught me, because there'd be like, you need 14 rounds in a stage, and there were a couple of the targets that I wasn't sure of, so I popped an extra, 1 or 2 follow-up shots, and that brought me up to 15, 16. So on my last target, on a couple of these, it happened twice. I had to reload, and I'm not a fast reload, so that's an extra second or two that cost me, instead of just an extra quarter second. So that placed me a little bit further down. You could tell in some of the stages where I did have to put in that little last reload at the end. That's what dropped me down there. But the stage number 1, I did good at 20. Stage 2, I did great at 14. Stage 3, pretty good at 26. And stage 4 was one of the ones where I probably had the reload there. Got 44th. Stage 5, 15th. Stage 6, 41. And stage 7, 42. So it's a huge difference when I'm not playing on my stage correctly, or I have to make a little bit extra movement or an extra reload. So there's just some things I'm working on, some things I'm learning. It was a great time. Some of the stages were a little simplified. Of course, they are in this league. They're trying to cram 7 different stages into it, which it worked out well. Get some good diversity, good setups. There's some hallway stages. There's some working sort of around a circle stages, some zigzag sort of stages. So they really keep things moving, keep things interesting. Again, I was on Squad 2 with NPC was on there. A couple of guys from some of the other chats, but NPC's in our chat. He went with his timber, and he's growing. A lot of the people around me, we're all seeing a lot of personal growth. So things are moving in a really good direction personally, in the community, and in the matches and all that. So things are going really well, and I think that sort of sums up my center fire detour there pretty well, pretty succinctly.
Badass.
So
well,
things are going, awesome, man.
I think you're having it. you know, there was some talk. We were talking about, you know, we have some people in our Discord that buy a lot of guns, and I'm maybe in that category. I buy too many, and then we have folks that don't buy as many guns.
Not me. I hardly ever buy anything.
Dan buys a few guns, but you know, Dusky had mentioned, I think this, you know, earlier today, said something about not really buying very many guns. But Dusky, you're buying ammo, you're outfitting your guns, you're shooting your guns, you're going and doing shooting comp. I mean, you're doing more with guns than most anybody else. So I mean, you're doing it right. I mean, I have this police chief that works with me, and he's been a competitive shooter. He's been in shootings with actual people, and just a super good dude, older guy. And he said, beware of the old man with one gun, because he probably knows how to fucking use it. So I think you're killing it, man. You're killing it. No homo.
I appreciate it, man. I always try to do as much as I can with what I have. And, you know, like I've said before, I really like these three sort of things that I do. There's a super uber tactical, bro, you know, night shoot, just, you know, the AR and the sidearm, 2-gun style. I love the rimfire, just speed shoot, a little more casual. We can sort of race it up too. And then there's the concealed carry match, which is like the most practical thing you can do, and some really good skills in there. I'm really happy with what I do. You know, I don't have as much guns as a lot of people think I have, but I have more than I can count, even though, you know, like I say, I still can't count that high. So who's to say? But I have a good time. I enjoy it. I love what I do. And I'm always just trying to make the best out of everything. I really appreciate everybody, you know, because we all do all this stuff together. So
yeah,
all that makes a big difference.
You're having fun, and that's the most important thing. You're having fun, and
great time.
Your God-given right to own firearms.
God-given right, good community. Love hanging out with you guys, seeing all the new things, all the cool, crazy shit in the chat. Always learning about that. It's almost like we just sort of channel all the stuff into the podcast, or we try to. I don't know, you know, we're not always good at it, but we do good with it, I think. We try to just bring all this knowledge, experience, and have a good time.
It's worth almost what they pay for it.
There you go.
I mean, and I think I made the comment. So Desert D Deagleton has some of the coolest shit. Like he always
so cool.
And the thing is, though, it's like he posts a picture with, like, you know, 6 or 8 10 revolvers or something, and I'm just like, you know, no matter how many bad decisions I make, he's still here. He's got me one up, like, on everything. And it, you know, most people would say, you know, it just means, hey, I'm not that bad, but it just, for me, it's a challenge. I need to make more.
Yeah, and if that's the calling that you get, then go with it. You know what I mean? If there's we say it a million times, there's something for everybody. You know, there's do what makes you happy and share that with everybody. And if they don't appreciate it, well, you're probably in the wrong place. So bring it to us, and we'll whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is you got, whatever it is you like, just share it and, you know, make the best with it, man.
Yeah, I mean, I got a buddy that had a rifle and a Glock clone painted 6 Hour pink last week, and
Run it.
did we mock him? Yeah, we absolutely mocked him. We mocked the shit out of him, but
as you should, yes.
It's cool though. Whatever. It's a fucking gun.
Only appropriate, but guess what? That bullet comes out of that thing is doing the same thing as the rest of them.
Yeah. No, I also don't want to be shot by a pink gun any less.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But it's the black guns we got to worry about. All right. I think we can go on to parting shots after that. Lenny's not on here. He is not. By the way, has anybody seen Lenny in a while?
He was in one of the Discord
2 days ago.
Earlier, yesterday, or something.
Been worried about it. I love that guy.
Love you, Lenny G.
Yes, if he ever listens to this, hopefully he has better taste. Dan, let's do some parting shots.
I want to issue a formal retraction. This is not a Surefire light. This is one of the PowerTac lights that I got, I believe, using the God & Guns discount code when they had a sale going on that stacked, so I paid almost nothing for the light. The other part of the parting shot is I'm not ordering from Combat Armory again unless I can scam them in some way. I don't like those guys anymore. That's it.
All right. Dusky, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm angry.
You are always angry. Oh, you just bought a new place. Okay, that's why I had too many. Go for it, Dusky. You got any parting shots, words of wisdom, stuff and things? Did he go piss again? Do we lose him to the Florida swamps?
Swamp gonna get you.
Gat Lab, you got any parting shots?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
Be honest, make us all feel bad about being who we are.
No. This is an easy one. I know a couple months ago when we started this, we're talking about check on a friend or whatever. Here's one, man. Just no. This is super easy. When the house gets quiet, the kids are in bed, the wife's doing her thing, whatever. Check on yourself, dude. This last week, just leaving the house, not taking the work phone, getting away from fucking everybody, and just hanging out with the kid was awesome.
That's awesome.
Everybody needs it. Everybody needs it, man. There's like so much shit going on. How much
you need some space for yourself.
That's it, man. If it's at the range, if it's doing some drills, if it's just whatever, cranking one, whatever you gotta go do, man. Have some fucking God time for yourself. Just go do it. Just step away from the normal 9 to 5 headspace. Go find where you want to be for 30, 40 minutes, maybe an hour, the weekend, whatever you can get. If it's time to do it, do it. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I got.
Process all that stuff, yep.
Fuck, just data dump. Let the shit go.
Yep.
Like,
I must have been muted.
We heard you.
Oh, well, we heard that.
Earlier.
Did you parting shots? No, yeah, we didn't hear you.
Yeah.
Go for it, Swamp Man.
Yeah, I went to go pee in the backyard, and apparently if I turn my phone off, it mutes me, but that's probably for the best anyway. But yeah, I got
to hear that.
Well, maybe next time.
All right. Go for it.
I got nothing groundbreaking, nothing earth shattering. Just, like I said, man, just do find your calling, do what works for you. Share it with others, help others grow. If you're trying to learn something, reach out to somebody who knows what they're doing. Everybody has a guy. Everybody knows a guy. If you don't find one, try to reach out, network, and ask for help if you need it. Lend a hand if you can. Keep working, keep striving for what it is that you're working for, man. Man, that sounded dumb, but you guys know what you mean.
Not at all.
No, you sound dumb. I'll tell you. That sounded good.
Look, being part of the community doesn't mean just shooting guns, right? I mean, that's what we are. That's where we are from.
That's the core, but there's so much around it. There's so much more to it. Yep.
Help your buddy do some yard work. Get out in the garden with your neighbor. Whatever. Fuck it. Yeah.
All those things. Yep. All the little things, man.
Indeed.
And that's what works for me. Carry, train, hunt, compete. That's what keeps me going. That's what gets me by, keeps me sharp, and keeps me mentally, physically going at it. Find what it is for you. Do it. Share it. Love it.
I will say before Drew closes us out, these last 3 weeks where I've been like in and out, just bumping in when I can. I fucking miss you guys a lot when I can't get in here and do this every week. I think this is like my counterweight to everything else. And fuck, I didn't realize how bad off, how much I was gonna how much I appreciated it until I couldn't do it for like 2 or 3 weeks in a row. Fuck.
In and out, baby. In and out.
Oh, you missed us.
I did. I do. I always do. All you fuckers. Everybody in the oh my god, the Discord. Bro, you know how many people we have on the Discord at like 3 a.m. on a random day?
I get up there, so I get up at 4:30 every morning, and I get in there, and I'm like 10. There's fucking people posting right then. Like,
yeah, there's 10 guys going in at 5 o'clock in the morning. There's 10 guys. I love it.
So I mean, I'll hop in occasionally. All right, guys, I'm going to close this out because we are a little over our normal time. I don't think we're doing
just by a little bit.
Well,
thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for listening and all. Go ahead, Drew. I'll shut up.
I thought I was close. I don't know what's going on now.
Drew,
I think we've safely exceeded our. I don't think we're going to do an hour anymore, guys. I think we're aiming for being less than 2 hours, and that's good. I think it's great. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. Thanks to we like shooting, Sean, obviously, Camarado Jesus, our SSB hero. We got our We Like Shooting class there with Dan. All the FRN guys have been awesome. We've been invited on several shows. I think I'm going to be on the Guns and Gear podcast next week. They requested only one because apparently 4 of us would just be too awesome. But it's awesome that Chad's going to have us on for that. American Crossfire AR-15 podcast, AK-47 radio. Let's Go Hunt, Gun and Gear, just all the guys. I mean, they've just been super welcoming. Can't say enough about it. Just like we've talked about in the past, don't be a shitty gatekeeper. Encourage people around you to exercise their Second Amendment right responsibly. Take some people shooting with you. Like there are people that own guns that don't go shoot. Take them shooting. It's a lot of fun. You should do it as often as you can. Leave us a review. We need reviews. We need comments. That's how we get out there. Share our stuff on Instagram. Share it on Facebook. Like us. Get other people to follow us. Tell one person about the podcast. The counts have been going up. We love it. Check all our Instagram and everything out. And then, send all nudes or comments, complaints, whatever. Nudes are okay. To info@rimfireradio.com. And we love you. We will see all of you next week. Thanks so much, guys.
Take care, all.
From the backwood trails to the coastal tide, swamp heat rises where the gators hide. Across these states, freedom flies for good old boys. Let their voices rise. It's Rimfire Radio. Hold on tight, dial it up loud. We're ready to ignite. From squirrels to steel, I deal. 22 Rimfire keeps it real. Rimfire Radio.
Hey, Drew.